Okay, I'm gonna record this so that way if people couldn't hop on, you guys, as soon as this up. Hey, I'm just doing something. I need you to go out. I'm gonna do a little training quick, okay? Hey, can you shut the door? This is life, you guys. Just FYI. Shut the door. I'll be out in just a minute. Okay, so you guys, green carpet was freaking bomb. Just FYI. Sorry, my hand's on high. No, and honestly, you guys, if you haven't been to an event that corporate's putting on before, I am telling you 110% right now, it is a game changer in all aspects of your business, in your energy, in your mindset, in your confidence of like the tools that you leave with, things that people say, stories that you hear. What? You can't hear me? Can everybody else hear me?
I can hear you, Sarah.
Okay.
You're clear.
Okay. So I'm sorry.
I can hear you, Sarah.
Okay, you guys are awesome. If you can't hear me and you're connected with your phone, you may just have to make sure you're connected with audio. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Okay, so anyways, that's good that you can hear me because I would be sitting here talking and no one, and recording and doing all that good stuff. Okay, so back on track. So corporate call, family call is at 7, and I'm sure they're going to give you some updates and things like that. So my goal is to literally give you, I did bullet points, I took some notes for you guys to be able to share. And like I'm saying, there's nothing that me hopping on here and sharing this with you, yes, if you couldn't get there, I 100% like this is awesome for you. But if you can get to any of them, the next one is in Florida. Then they have another one in October, which I want to go to again because they're all going to be different, you guys. And that one's in Michigan, and then they also have one in Barcelona. So kind of go look at the It Works events and see which ones that you could possibly get to, because I am telling you guys that they just do so much for your business. And my first corporate event that I went to was a game changer for my entire business. So I went to one of those and literally doubled, tripled, quadrupled my business from there on out. So let's start with what's fun, okay? So obviously we got a brand new stinking product, and our Keto Works line, you guys, if you haven't really tapped into it or haven't really started kind of reading up on some of the things and learning about it, I encourage you to do so. It's not just for people following a keto diet. A lot of our products benefit those not even doing it. And the truth is, you guys, is 100% of people love to have good energy. No one likes trying to go through their day and accomplishing their list of to-dos, tired as can be. And it wakes you up if you feel awesome on it. So keto energy, this is what it looks like. So when you get to go to some of these events, they let us not only try it, but they gave us a bag full of samples that we could take back with us. And I'm not sharing, just so you know. So some people might give them to people. I'm not. I haven't even given Kevin one yet, but I probably will. So I just took one right before this. So you guys, it is so awesome. It's lemon lime flavor. It is like a pixie stick. Literally, you need absolutely no water. And the way that they're telling it is just rip it, flip it, and go. That's kind of their like, what is it called? I don't even, slogan? Yeah, with that whole thing, okay? So it has vitamin B6, B12. It has encapsulated caffeine. So we looked that up because we're like, what the heck does that mean? And honestly, you guys, caffeine originally has a very bitter flavor. And so they encapsulated it. And so with that, it doesn't have that bitter taste with it. And plus it does a more like slow release. So the energy coming in, it's not just like this big jolt at once, like you would get if you're drinking normal coffee, or if somebody took like an energy drink or something like that, or like a 5-hour energy. And you know how it kind of hits you pretty quick, and then you feel the jitters, and sometimes people get the heart rate, up and all that kind of stuff. That does not do this, okay? So it's encapsulated for that reason. It's a prolonged energy, and it should be sustained. And so a lot of people were like, okay, if we're doing some of the other keto products, when can I do this? Honestly, you guys, if you want to do it halfway through your day, that's what I did today. I took it like around, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and you can do it then, or Dr. Don was talking about it, and I'm sure he'll go through it either tonight or on the Monday night call. But you can even do it in the morning with like your ketones. And then after that, if you wait a little bit and then you do your keto coffee, you can do it in that way. But it is amazing, this little thing. And so 30 packs come in one package. Okay. So it's a month's supply, which is kind of different from our other products. Oh yeah, it dissolves so quickly. It is the coolest thing, honestly. So it has all that in there. The thing that I love, you guys, is it has 120 milligrams of caffeine, which is like an equivalent of 1 1/3 cup of brewed coffee. Okay, so if anybody asks you that, or like you have the people that are non-coffee drinkers, or maybe even the people that love energy drinks, you guys, this is for them. This is 10 times easier to bring with you than trying to carry energy drinks with you when you're going to work or you're going here or there. Like, this is a teeny tiny packet and this is all you need. I like it too because there's a lot of times that I need maybe a kick in the pants or some extra energy, and I don't really feel like drinking something. I don't really feel like having the bubbles from carbonation or whatever it may be. So this is freaking awesome. It attacks stress, helps fight fatigue, enhances your mood, increases stamina and ketone production, and then also improves mental focus, okay? The other nice thing about the Keto Energy, it has 1 gram of sugar, and it is, I'm gonna butcher this name, okay? But it's maltulose, sorry. Okay, it's a type of sugar, and I'm gonna explain this to you. And this is, you guys, I'm just kind of giving you the tidbits on it because sometimes you will have people ask you. You do not have to know all of that, okay? But this is literally all in our e-suite as well. So this is stuff that we talked about at Green Carpet. This is stuff that is also in your e-suite if you're like, I need to you don't want me to repeat that word, just FYI. So anyways, with that sugar, it has no aftertaste. So that is why they chose it. On top of that, it is digested slowly, and the perks of that. So it's digested like 4 to 5 times slower than regular sugar. And because of that, you don't have that big spike in your blood sugar, which is also something for people that are following a keto diet. That is not something that they want because that is something that can kick them out of ketosis. Okay, so the type of sugar that's in it is a slow release one, and it has no aftertaste. So that's the other nice thing. Like you take this, it tastes good, it dissolves super, super quick, and you have literally no aftertaste at all. So sometimes, I don't know if any of you guys have tried the Keto Go, which I actually really like, but there's like a little like sweet taste that you can even like kind of taste on your lips after that. This has nothing, like nothing at all. So super, super cool. So again, 30 servings in one, like when they're ordering 1 pack, it's $30. It's 25 BV. And right now, today and tomorrow, you can order 2 and get 1 free, and you also get free shipping. Okay, so that's awesome. And they've never done anything like that before. Like when they're coming out with new products, and you guys, that's also for us. They were saying, you know, you want to, again, they're giving us another product that we can give samples on. And how many times do we hear that? Like, it's nice that we can sample wraps, we can sample, wow, you know, facials, we can do the keto coffee now. Like, we are always wanting samples because people ask for that. That does not mean you have to give it for free. I haven't figured out like if people are selling these individually like we can keto coffee, but I will be looking into that for you. But just know, like, that is amazing, because here's the thing, you guys, when people try our products, they want to know how to buy them. Like, that's all I can tell you. So if you're brand new in this business, I was also brand new, hadn't tried a single product, but what I can tell you is I did what my sponsor told me, and I got wraps on people, and that's how they signed up as loyal customers, and I started growing a team, because they were like, hey, I want to make money just like you did, because they saw the cash transaction happening between us. Plus, they were going in to order as a customer, and then their next question was, are you making money doing this? You know, so if you can do samples, so here's the thing, they have that sale not only for us, but for other people that are wanting something like this. And so do a post, say something about, you know, you just ordered yours and you got it for this amount of price. You know, they can get a 3-month supply for this amount. Post that out there and see who else would like to do the same thing. And then what they're doing coming in May is they're doing something with those of us that have ordered this. I don't know what type of thing they're doing or anything like that yet, because they didn't release that, but they have, everything they do is for a reason, right? And so there's one thing that I've learned over 6 years is that I trust the process of what they're putting in front of me, because they know what they're freaking doing, you guys, okay? Just like they told me, give this business a year and it's going to change your life. I can tell you it changed my life in less than 4 months. So I'm going to trust what they're saying. I already ordered mine. We got our little samples. If you guys are on here and you have tried it, you can unmute yourselves and you can tell them what you thought of the taste, or you can type it in there, or how you even felt afterwards, because I know that I'm already going to be obsessed. Is anybody on here that wants to? How long does the energy? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I felt good. We took it yesterday. What time did we take it? Like noon? And I felt like we were going, which was on very little sleep because that's just how it works, events are. But we were going strong. I mean, even till we were taking our flight, which was I think it was at 7:30, and I did not sleep on a flight. First time I've never really slept on a flight, and we all chit-chatted like the entire time. So, okay, Vanessa, do you want to share what you thought of it?
Sure. Yeah. So I didn't even, when we took it, it was like during our break, and then we had to go back for the next session, and we were coming down the escalator, and I think Sarah and I were like, we were like so energized. We're like, oh, the escalator's right here. Okay. So it just felt like you had an extra pep in your step. You know what I mean? Just such good energy. And you guys, we didn't really sleep all weekend just because of how many things were jam-packed in 48 hours. We were on the go. So we were running on pretty much no sleep, right? You're not in your own bed and things like that. So with the energy, I felt like it kicked in really fast. I would say within a couple minutes. But I felt like I was a little bit more focused, and usually when I'm on a flight, I get really tired. And Sarah's right. We were talking the whole time. And even when I got off the plane, I would have been so exhausted, but Dan's like, let's go to dinner. And I was like, okay, like it was, I don't know. So I felt like it lasted until I got off the flight, and it was, I don't know, I felt really good. So.
Anybody else? I see Rihanna, Lisa.
What we left early to avoid the rush and almost missed out on samples, but it was kind of a good thing because when we were able to actually get our samples after lunch, we had it after we ate. So after like we were, I guess they go into a food coma, is that what you mean? Like where I just would normally want to sleep. We took it and we were energized the whole time. And poor Jessica, afterwards, we went out after the conference was over, we went out to Olive Garden and I would not shut up talking.
But I will say the amount of energy that we both had, we have 3 new potentials from the restaurant.
See, there you go.
Even after sitting in conference all day and being tired and eating way too much for dinner, it was like, hey, we sat down at another table and started talking to 3 women.
Yeah, you guys, and I think the thing that I like about it, and what I've even liked about the keto coffee, is the prolonged energy, right? Because there's so many of us that like some of those things, whether it's energy drinks or a soda or something like that, but you also feel like when you're coming down and you feel like it hits you hard. That's the thing with the Keto Works line, like that, it's not happening like that, and they know people don't like that, and that's not how they're designing our products at all. So anybody that is on here that tried it want to describe the taste better than I did if I didn't do it well? Are they good? Okay.
I can, but I'm not. Don't turn my video
I
on.
would say the first thing that I got was almost in the very beginning, it almost had like if you just took greens straight, but then but that was like in the back of my throat. But as soon as that was over, it was all lemon lime and it really tasted good. But that's the only thing I can compare it to.
Yeah. You know what? I felt like that the first time too, but you guys, this time I kind of shook my packet up and then took it, and I didn't even taste that this time. So it's so hard to explain, but you guys, if you haven't ordered this, you need to try it because it's going to be awesome. And it was so funny. One of the guys that was up there, he's like, what did he say? Something about not only does it taste delicious, but he's like, I smell money with this.
He goes, it tastes good, but it smells like money.
Yes.
I was like 100% yes. So that was awesome.
It was awesome. So anyways, okay, so Keto Works line that's going. Just remember, you do not have to be on keto for it to benefit you. You do not have to be following or knowing everything about that to be able to help people use these products. And here's what I want to tell you. Keto coffee came out, which we all know coffee is drank by a lot of people. I can tell you, even with keto coffee, my business has taken off like when we first introduced wraps, and it was really starting to get going in my first business. And you guys, it's so easy. Like I literally do stories on making my coffee. I take a picture with my coffee. Like everyone is asking, okay, I drink coffee. What can this do for me? You know, and it's so easy to describe. On top of that, you guys, and we'll talk about this, but I mix mine with my greens, and that's an instant upsell. And not because I'm trying to upsell them, I'm just telling them how I make my coffee. So now they're even getting more health benefits by doing the two together. So keto coffee, this is crazy, but in January, they had 1 million in sales just with keto coffee. Okay, obviously we have multiple products, but just keto coffee, 1 million in sales. In February, it was 2 million. In March, it was 3 million. And in April, like he didn't tell us because obviously we're not finished, but he said it's already even more. So seriously, if you haven't figured out to be starting to talk about this, I want to tell you that even the keto coffee, I have non-coffee drinkers that are obsessed with the keto coffee. So if you haven't done samples or you haven't ordered that on your auto ship because maybe you're not a coffee drinker, I encourage you to do so, because even if you aren't, just trying it yourself and being able to describe it to other people that are coffee drinkers is going to be a huge, it's just going to give you an upper hand. And this is the thing I want to tell you. So many people, not only do you get to make wrap cash in this business, but they're making keto cash. Like major keto cash. And cash is awesome, you guys. Like that's the stuff that pays for your gas. That's the stuff that pays for your groceries. Like that was what I caught on to this vision and why I wouldn't shut up and I annoyed the crap out of Lindsay, because I'm like, dude, you're stupid. Like I've just made $500. Like why would you do this? And here she is trying to wrap herself with like Jergens and stuff. So anyways, she caught on to that, you know, and it was because I could show her, like, Lindsay's like, you look like you're running, like you're smuggling drugs from your house. People are stopping and coming, and she was at my house and she saw it all happening. So keto cash is the same exact way, you guys. And so I was doing 3 for $10 because I do not want to sell one singly, because I feel like people try it and they get busy and they don't necessarily probably pay attention to exactly how they feel. However, when they use it a couple days in a row, you guys, I feel like they understand it. Like they understand how the way that it has made them feel different in a positive way. So I was doing 3 for $10. I would also throw in, like, I just grabbed those little snack baggies and I would put 2 scoops of chocolate greens in there. So you guys, right there, keto coffee with my chocolate greens is already my auto ship, and I'm making half of it back anyways, right? Or you can make all of it, but I like keto coffee and greens, so I'm using it myself. But they were talking about it, and a lot of them are doing 5 for $20, which is even smarter because a lot of people are carrying like a $20 bill instead of a $10, or you can have them Venmo you can have them PayPal you, whatever it is. But I think doing the 3 for $10 or the 5 for $20, and then you could even say following that, or you can get 15 for, what is it, $39? I think that's the loyal customer price. And then you can sign up a loyal customer. Okay, so put the prices in there for people that are wanting to try it. I am going to show you something. I'm going to hop on and share screen. And so for those of you that are like, I don't, you know, if you're not doing keto, you probably don't know a lot about it. And so they came up with something that is a really nice tool for you. And so I'm going to show you this. Wait, I hate when this does this. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. So it's Start Keto Today, okay, .com. This is brand new, a tool for us. How freaking awesome does this look? Okay, so this is a site that you could use to guide people, or honestly, you don't even have to read through it. Like, go send them here and let them look through this themselves. Like, that is one thing I've always loved about It Works. They don't try to hide anything. Everything is upfront for every single person to see. So I welcome skeptics, because I'm like, go look. Like, you can see everything. They're not trying to trick you into anything, okay? So it talks about what's keto, why keto. Like, it shares different success stories, you guys, from a lot. These are some of our distributors. So it talks about their testimonies. I'm going to show you this. How does the different things to eat? Where was it that I saw? Some of this is already actually the eating guide. Check out the keto food list. It has all of this in here. Then it has all the different products over here. Where did that? It had, hold on, maybe I didn't scroll. Yeah. I didn't scroll far enough, but it even has really good before and afters to show people. Like, here's our Fit 30, right? So that's easy. Like, when they see pictures like this, their next questions are like, well, what's the Fit 30? You know, and that's something that you can go tell them, and you can even go through and show them even more. This is such a good one. I use this one a lot, actually. And so, this is an updated one. I think I have her 2-month one. Look at her freaking 5-month one. She is following the keto diet as well. So anyways, awesome tool for us to use. It's Start Keto Today. And then here's the really neat thing. So when they say you sent them to this, right, and they're going to go order, this is obviously the Start Keto Today is the actual Corp site. corporate website. So like, here's my website name. Mine is sarahoc.myitworks.com. So whatever your website name is, so you're going to do sarahoc.startketotoday.com. Okay, don't do that. What the world? Hold on. I'm going to get it. Did I do it right? Start keto today. Okay, so I want to show you this. It doesn't show up here yet, but say somebody goes to this and they're like, yep, I'm going to do what Sarah said. I'm going to do the keto coffee. The pictures are freaking bomb, you guys. I'm just so impressed with this. Like, I wish you guys could see what made me go diamond. And it's just funny because we so overcomplicate things all the time, right? But look it. So I went to Keto Coffee. I was going to buy something and boom, it's on my website. Okay, so how freaking awesome is that? So this is not just like, hey, this is a general website. Whatever your website is, that's whatever your name and then .myitworks.com. This is now a new tool for you. So you guys, how many people do we hear, or you hear some people say like, oh, quick fix, blah, blah. That's super easy to like zap. I don't want that to ever take any confidence away from you because that's just really a small-minded thought. But the thing is not only now do we have a What the Fit app that people can get daily workouts from, which I paid like $30 a month for an app like that, and ours is free, and they don't even have to be a customer. They don't even have to purchase. They're still just supporting people and helping them be healthy. But now they also have like a website that teaches them if they would like to do something like this. They literally have every tool possible. Okay, so that is super freaking awesome. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that that was brand new. I'm gonna stop the share on this. And sorry, you guys, I do not look at the chat. So if you guys are just, if there's other people on here, there's other leaders on here, will you just answer? Or if you need to stop me and ask me.
Sarah, can you say that again? It was your website name, and then is it a .start keto today?
Yes. Yes. So it's the website name and then .startketotoday.com. And you guys go try it out. Like, go look around. Like, I was playing with it today because I'm like, I felt like I caught it. Like, you know, we're all chit-chatting because we're excited and we're there together and we don't have kids on our hips and we're like really, you know, whatever. So sometimes you miss a few things, but I'm like, no, I swear they said we could personalize it. So this morning I was like going through stuff because I didn't have time to do it while they were talking about it. And you guys, they didn't show us that. They just like, he kind of just randomly announced it. We're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then when I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, that's kind of a big deal. Like, it's a really nice tool for us to be using and a really good guidance tool because I have people that just start conversations, and we're going to actually talk about this, you guys, just in general, about our brand and what you can build through and relate with and all that kind of stuff. But I send them to a completely different website to like get some of their basic info, their macros and all that kind of stuff. So this is awesome that we have this exactly for them. And you guys, there's just a lot of research on keto. No one has to do it or anything like that. I just really love the mindset showing people like fats are not bad. Fats are actually super good. And if they are good fats. And the thing is, you guys, is that it gives you way better energy. And when you feel energized, you're in a freaking good mood and you're getting a lot of things done and you feel accomplished and just better about yourself. So, and on top of that, even with some of the keto, there was a lot of just different testimonies up there and even just talking about how it helps with depression and those types of things. And it was just so neat to hear. So things to kind of clue in on, you guys, when you're looking and you're looking for ways to help people, like if you know that there's somebody that deals with depression or anxiety or those types of things, give them this tool. Just let them do their own research. Like, you don't have to tell them to start this. You're not, a nutritionist or this or that, but just give them some tools to work with. And if they're wanting to do that, they have everything at their fingertips. And then you have a way to hook them up with some awesome products that make keto super convenient and easy and that are super affordable. So I really seriously love it. And you guys, somebody said it while we were there, and it's just, this business is not a one size fits all. Okay. And so finding what you like to do and working with inside that is so, so important. So sometimes when people are like, I'm just sick of doing this or that, I'm like, but you don't have to stay doing that. So many people, everybody sits up there and there's so many different panels and not a single person builds their business the same way. And there's so many of them that are at the same exact rank. So I just want you to know that. And I always tell everybody, I'm like, you know what, if you're not a social media person, 100% okay, because guess what? You can do expos, you can throw fits, you can do one-on-ones, but I always tell people, pick 2 ways, you guys. So do what you are super comfortable, and then pick another way that you can slowly dabble into and work with. So even if you are like, heck yeah, I'm a boss at social media, just know, like, I still encourage you, maybe try to do one-on-ones, maybe try to set up little wrap appointments or different things like that, or do a fit every once in a while, because what happens if something happened to your social media account? Like, do you have another way to build your business? And honestly, what I found, because I've been one of those people that kind of just does a little bit of everything, and I've always been like that, is I don't get bored. It's not the same thing over and over and over and over for me. Like, if one day I don't feel like doing social media, that's because I'm out talking and I have my It Works gear on and I'm blitzing people. And does that mean that I walk up and just hand my card? No, it just means I'm out running errands with my kids, running wild, and I have my gear on and I'm just being friendly and making conversation. And if it leads to that, you guys, then I follow with my Blitz card, and I usually figure out a way to, connect with them, whether it's on social media or whatever it is. I just say, hey, are you on Instagram or Facebook? Can I follow you and we can connect on there? You guys, very few people say no. So anyway, so let's talk about building your list. So these are some of the tips that came from the panels that I wanted to share with you. So they had all different people. They had people that do expos. They have, which actually the one that does expos has always done them. And she just said, like, with us doing like a fit bar, you can kind of call it like the fit bar, and have different samples for them. So you could do like the shake, you could do keto coffee and greens. You guys, she's been in the top 10 income earners since she started, and she's been in, I think, what'd she say, like 16 years? Like, it's insane. So she doesn't necessarily just build off of social media. And obviously this works really well for her, and that's what's fun for her. So know what's fun for you. I see Rihanna on here. They love expos. Like, that's their thing. They love it. They rock it. And that's great. And then there's other people on here that absolutely rock it at social media. It doesn't matter. Just do what you like to do. Make sure you're having fun with your business. So expos, if you want to start doing them or you are doing them, do a fit bar. They're bringing in, they will connect their Keurig up, and they are doing keto coffee with greens mixed, because it is freaking delicious, you guys. And the thing is they're like, what is in this? What is this? And they're telling them this is keto coffee and greens. And this is what the 2 different things do. And you guys, they're getting customers right away. Plus, they're not just ordering keto coffee, they're also ordering the greens, which is obviously a really nice order, right? And that is something that somebody would do every single day. So if you want to look for those customers that are ordering past the 3 months, like, people aren't necessarily going to do wraps for 10 months straight. So maybe really focusing on introducing some of those products that they would use daily, then you're going to have some of that sustained volume in there, right? So we want to be thinking about that. So they're doing that. The awesome thing that I love that she said is they do not get to sample the coffee for free unless they fill out a contact card. And it could be just like an info card. It's not like, oh, I'm going to contact you, give me this, give me that. It has like some questions on there. And we have, I think, even in the file section of Rewiring, which we could actually probably update a thing now for expos, but it has their contact info on there. And then literally she's just saying, like, in the next couple of days after this show or this event, I'm going to be contacting you. So it's not weird. Like, they already know that she's going to be contacting them. So it's not weird when she's reaching out. She doesn't feel weird reaching out. And that's how they're signing. You guys, you could do an event, and then the next few days while you're following up, because we all know the fortune is in the follow-up, the next few days, they could be nailing out their steps to success or even doing it twice. And that was from one event, if it was an all-day event. And events don't have to be big, you guys. Sometimes they're at the schools for $30. Sometimes they're free at the churches or whatever it is. But there's so many different ways to find events and to set up little tables. Host a post. Okay, so if you see people, it was so funny when John was on there. I see it on different pages, but they do the HAP. So HAP is host a post, okay? That is super, super neat. I also feel like it's a really fun way to not only grow your network, but also to sign up LCs and distributors. And so if you are a social media person or are wanting to kind of tap into that, but you're nervous to post or that type of stuff, honestly, start offering this to people. So host a post was really cool. And what it is it's expanding your network with the help of others. So it's asking friends if they would be willing to host a post or, put a post on their wall for you that you would give them. And you guys, you could either, depending on if you get customers from it, you could give them a few free samples. Like ask them what products that they've been interested. Maybe it's people that have already shown interest in products and they're like, I'm waiting for payday or for this or that. Say to them, hey, would you want to host a post and maybe get a few free samples, you know, until payday? And so turn like your conversations into an opportunity. You're a business owner. Like that's what you're looking to do. You're waiting to hear some of those cues. And so one of the girls was saying she printed off her friends list off of Facebook, and this was just easier for her instead of scrolling, you guys, because she wasn't wasting time. Like she knew exactly who she was going to message and ask to host a post. And it can be, people are doing hair, skin, and nails. They're doing cleanse. They're doing coffee. Like you could do keto energy once you get to try it. You know, you can do whatever ones that you would like to do. And then what they're writing to them, they're just messaging them saying like, hey girl, I have a question for you. She's not even getting any information. So then their next thing is like, yeah, what's up? And so then they're asking if they would be willing to do that. You guys, people are bringing in tons of loyal customers through this. And they are actually signing distributors and new people, you know, and they are growing their network. So as they do this, as the person is commenting, like they posted on their wall, and then just let them know, say, hey, I am going to be responding to the people that are, you know, commenting on your post, and you don't even have to do anything for it. And what you're going to do is you're going to send them a friend request, and then you're going to message them. So that way the message goes to their inbox and you can start this conversation. So even if they don't order, you now, like say somebody gets 20 comments on a post, you now have 20 new people that are watching what you're doing every single day if you are a consistent person. Okay, so it's super easy to do. If you're like one of those people that's like, I feel like it's weird for me to go friend random people, this is a great opportunity for you not to feel weird to do that because you're helping them. You're responding to something that they've already responded to. Okay, so the host a post, we even have samples of host a post messages and things that you can do in Rewiring if you just go and you search within the group. So if you're wondering, or you can even ask your sponsor, but I'm telling you, people love doing it. It's fun. And it doesn't just like explode your wall. We talk about that a lot, right? And not just like having every single post be about it works. Like people want to know who you are outside of being a rap girl or boy or man or whatever you are that's on here. And so I do really love the host a post thing. And I think it's helping people, like I said, intentionally build their business, not waste a lot of time behind things, and they're also growing their network at the same time. So I love that idea. Next one was Insta stories and polls, and using the poll option. And Facebook now has the poll option on their stories. Okay, so if you don't have have Instagram or maybe don't use it, you actually have the option now on Facebook. I just saw it not too long ago. So you guys, this is actually what I use, and it is so easy for me because there's some days where I'm like, you know what, I'm just not a woman of a lot of words today. I don't really have a post to share. Like maybe I just want to put my kids, or I have a really beautiful scenery because we've hiked and that's what I want to put, you know? But the stories are really nice. Like it can be pictures, which I love taking pictures. So that's something I love doing anyways. It's 15 seconds. It can start allowing you to get used to kind of talking in front of people, in front of the camera, if you wanted to do a live or whatever it is. And what it is you can almost tell a story within your Insta stories. And I will tell you that I myself pay attention to who's not muted? Sorry. Okay. If you're not muted, will you mute yourself? Otherwise, I'm going to have to remove you. Candace, can you mute yourself? I don't know if that worked. Okay. Anyway, so, I get so sidetracked. Okay, so we're talking about Insta stories. So here's the thing. When you're doing a poll, so it's a question, right? And you're getting interaction with it. Here's the thing. I pay attention to what I go to when I'm doing social media. And I was realizing on Instagram that I actually go through people's stories more than I go and scroll on their actual page. So I started using stories myself. They're super easy. Even once you make different font and wording and stuff, you can save them and you can repeat them, right? We want to work smarter, not harder. So that is something that's super good for me on busy days, or days where I'm in the car, hustle bustle all the time. And honestly, I'm not in front of a computer and I can't necessarily have my phone in my hand because clearly it's not safe, right? So this is super easy for me to do when we stop or I'm in the school pickup line, is to go put some of these, posts about before and afters. Maybe it's products, maybe it's something that I'm using. I talk about my keto coffee every single day. And so you guys do the polls. And the thing is you're not even giving an option for a no or a not interested. Literally your options on the poll are both yeses. Okay. I want you to hear that. They're both yeses. Like, why are you going to waste your time with somebody that doesn't want to talk? Like, you don't even need to know about that. So they're both yes options. So you could say like, OMG me, like maybe it's about they want to try some coffee, or they're needing energy, or maybe they want to burn fat while they drink their coffee, whatever it is. And then the next one can be like, send me more info, please, or I'm ready, or it could be like, I'm ready, or the next one could be, I want more info, or skeptical, send more info, like play it around with it, but always do 2 yeses. You can even tell your story of you, like how you got started, what you were doing, like, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah on this picture. And you could use the same picture. It could be like a family picture, picture with your team, whatever it is. And you can save that and use that on a regular basis. So when you have new viewers, they are understanding like, who is this? And I want to know a little bit about this person. That is usually how people end up wanting to link arms with you. I do my before and afters on there for sure a lot. That's where I get pretty much all my loyal customers. No, I still get some from Facebook too, but a lot of Facebook is my warm network, and I've just found it easier to get my cold network growing there. Okay. And then Vanessa, can you show them really, really quick? Mine doesn't do this, so don't freak out if you don't have this option, but I want Vanessa to show you on her phone how in settings in your Instagram, that when you do your Instagram story, you can get it to share to your Facebook story instead of having to do the extra steps like I'm doing, where I have to save it and then I go post it on my Facebook story. So Vanessa, will you just unmute yourself and kind of show them your phone and where to go in their settings?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So if you are in your Instagram, I'm going to make sure, let me change my lighting here. Shoot.
No, change your phone.
Change my phone? How do I, like put it on a lower lighting?
Yeah, make it less bright.
Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's like the main page. When you click on Instagram, that's what comes up. So if you click on the little circle button right here, those are your settings. Okay. So if you go to, let me show you, story settings, which you should see it right there. So you click on that. And then I make sure that my Instagram is linked, or that my Facebook is linked to my Instagram, which is not in this. It's on, I think it's on linked accounts, or I can show you that. But make sure that it's on everyone, and then allow sharing. You have to have that on. And then I don't save mine to camera roll anymore because it goes automatically. But if you save it to archive, that's nice too, because you can go back and look at old polls. Like I know for me, sometimes after the 24 hours is gone, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't see my polls anymore. If you have archive on, you can go and look at your old polls and see who's engaging with you. But if you see right here, it says share your stories to Facebook. It should have that option, and click it on. And if you don't have that option, Sarah and I tried to figure this out. I don't know if we're just missing one little step, but it should look like this. Okay. So every time I post an Insta story, it automatically goes to my Facebook story. So I don't have to do anything extra. Okay. So if you need to link I'm just going to show you the linked account. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah. So under settings, which is under that same thing that we're on, you just get out of story settings, go to linked accounts. You want to make sure that Facebook is highlighted, and you can see my name next to it. So make sure you click on that, and it's actually on your Facebook profile. Because I have a business page too, but don't link it to your business page because it won't work. You want to make sure it's on your personal page, and then it will work. And that's actually the one thing that was different for me. Because I didn't have the option to do that, but then when I changed this to my Facebook or to my personal profiles when I got that option to share on, automatically share to Facebook. So if you have questions and like want to compare the settings, just let me know. Just send me a message and we can kind of go through it.
You guys, that's such a time saver. Because
yeah, it really is.
take like the extra steps and it's super annoying because the way that the settings are and like the measurements of it, it like cuts all my stuff off. So if you're able to do it, awesome, do it. Again, like our goal is to work smarter, not harder. Okay. And so, and I'm telling you guys, if you're anywhere even to diamond and double diamond, like this is very part-time. Like if you sit down and actually like put in some work, an hour a day, and that can be broken up, like you can get there. That's exactly what I did because I was working full-time and just weird hours because I'm a night shift nurse. But you guys, like none of that stops you. I had babies during that time. I was pregnant, like all those things. And so our goal is just to be able to help with some of those things. And as we unlock those things, like you guys, when I started, if you're like me, I think I posted one time every 3 weeks on Facebook. I didn't even have an Instagram when I started. So just know you learn these things, and we learn it by getting plugged in and being on a Zoom like this or listening to things on the team pages. So make sure that you have your notifications turned on because Facebook's algorithm sucks. So let's just be real. Okay. So we're still talking about building our network. So we talked about expos, getting in front of people, host of posts, Insta stories and polls. They are a freaking game changer. If you haven't started them, seriously start. They're so good. Lisa even started an album. I'm going to add some tonight. That's on my little to-do list when I sit down to work once the kids are in bed. And I'm going to add some more, when you put one together, you can even just share it on there. And that way you guys can go save it and then just pop it right up, okay? So the other one is throwing fit. So we do those online as a team. You can do them online as a team for your team, or you can do them very small. Here is the thing though, you guys, is you have to put in work to get people to come, okay? Like you have to invite people. People are not just gonna go out and seek to try to do those things. The more regularly you hold them, the more people if you show up, your people are going to start to show up. Okay. You can't just like host one and say no one comes. So whether it's online or even in person, and then you never do it again, you're right. No one's going to show up ever. Right. So you have to consistently do some of those things. And what I can tell you is I see Emily's on here. We built Emily's entire business to double diamond by being crazy wrap girls. Like I went and wrapped some 80-year-old woman's arms for Emily. And she signed up as a customer because I was like closer to her. But seriously, that is what we did. We did it all the time. We had kids running around. We did pizza nights. Like it was mad chaos and it was so freaking fun. And when people are like, how'd you do it? Sometimes we didn't even really know. We're like, we don't know. We met at 7-Elevens. We met at places to like switch wraps up. But what I'm telling you is you make wrap cash and the products speak for themselves. So if that is something that you have not been doing, I really encourage you to do that. And I just feel like you have so many more ways than just one way. So if there's whatever reason that day that you can't get to that one way, you just have other ways to build your business, okay? One other thing that somebody said that they did that's really neat, if you are somebody that's a part of a lot of groups, so say I'm not, but like there's a lot of mom groups, maybe you're, IVF groups, keto groups, whatever it is, go live in those groups. She said that she goes live and she's not talking about it at work. She's just going live about different subjects. And then she's saying, go ahead, feel free to follow me. Or, if you're going live on your page, you can say like, go ahead and share this. Like, I can't wait to share this recipe or these tips with you or whatever it is. Like, encourage people to share it. And that way your name kind of gets out there. So this girl is going live in actual groups and she's telling them to follow her. And that is how she's gaining this huge entire following. And you guys, I think she's from like Sudan. Like she didn't even speak super great English and she's killing it. Like she's doing an amazing job. And so that was a really neat tip. I've never heard anyone ever say that. But if you are someone that's a part of a lot of groups, seriously, you guys, go do that. And think of, something that you can go and say. So that's kind of building your network. And one of the main things that I always tell people is you guys know what your brand is. Like, who are you? What are things that interest you? Like, are you a single mom? Are you a teacher? Like, do things that go with that. Focus on teachers. Focus on things that you knew maybe why you started this business and it's filled gaps that maybe teaching didn't fill, or it's helped you in ways that you maybe have very similar struggles that many other teachers have, you know? For me, I do focus a lot on some of those things because I loved my job, but I did not like spending holidays away from my kids. I don't really think a lot of people do want to spend a holiday away from their family. You know, working weekends, that kind of sucks. Let's be real. And so I focus on things like that. So things that I like, if you go to any of my pages, you're going to see those things. I like cooking. I share recipes. Like, people come to my page for recipes. I get a lot of interaction with that. And I think as they start relating to you on one thing, it opens up the comfort zone for them to start asking you about your next post, which might be something it works. Okay, so know what your brand is, know things that you're interested in, and mix them together. And when you're doing that, you guys, it makes this business a lot of fun. Okay, it makes it a lot of fun. So I just want, and it's a lot more natural. You don't feel like I'm trying to be a salesy person, or if you've ever felt like I'm doing this and that doesn't feel like me, then don't do that. Like, there's so many other ways to do things. Like, we're not encouraging that. And I want you to work within the things that you love and the things that you feel comfortable doing. Okay, because that's where you're going to thrive the most. Okay, next thing that we're going to talk about is follow-ups. So obviously, you guys, follow-ups are so big. Fortune is in the follow-up. We know that. So another thing that I tell people, you know, maybe you're brand new and you have tried one thing. Maybe that's it. Maybe you got your kit and you've tried one thing. I hope you signed up when you got the Fit 5 because that was freaking awesome. However, it doesn't matter. Like, if you've only tried one thing, post about that. Post until you can try something else. People technically have to see things like, I think it's like 21 times, you guys. So don't feel like every single post that you're doing has to be about a different product, or has to be switched up, or has to be this or that. Like, don't think that you can't talk about the opportunity more than one time in a day. You know, like, it doesn't matter. Do what is comfortable for you, and know, like, I post about coffee every single day. Guess what? I get a lot of coffee orders, and I get a lot of coffee and chocolate greens orders. And I love those because
What are you?
I'm obsessed.
Why are you so embarrassed?
I'm not embarrassed. This is my thing. And
Okay. This is, yeah. Make sure you're muted. Okay. So anyways, so I just want you to know that. So follow-ups. Okay, these are some times when people are following up. These are some of their tips that they have, and just even some organization. You kind of do have to be organized. And I will tell you that in the beginning, it feels like maybe it doesn't matter as much. I was like just ignorance on fire, right? And that still worked. However, 6 years in, I want to tell you that I sort of wish I was a little bit more organized. I still wish I was a little bit more organized, and I do this full time. So here's the thing. I'm going to help you with some of those things. So follow up, they were talking about anytime that they follow up is when we have promotions. So, or a new product, like, right, we have Keto Energy right now. They literally are following up with their old customer, or not customers that are currently ordering, customers that have turned off auto ships, other people that maybe they were talking about hair, skin, and nails with, they go back and revisit that, and they're like, hey, did you see that we just came out with a brand new product? And, you know, maybe if you have gotten to taste it, you can already talk to them about that. Like, is energy something that, you know, you wish you had more of? You guys, that is so easy to say. Like, super easy to start a message with that. So take advantage of those things. Anytime that, what did I put on here? So promotion, anytime that there's a sale, a new product, any of those things, right? Those are easy to go back. Anytime we have like an online event, anytime you have something to offer them, follow up. Like, that's a very easy follow-up message. As you start conversations with people, and maybe you're just kind of getting to know them, or maybe you had a conversation with them and then it kind of got weird and you're like, oh, I don't really know how to like go back to this message. Like, I kind of left the ball in her court, which we try not to always do. But you guys, you know, it was really good that somebody was saying, and I love this because I know she's super personable and how she grows her business. She still has them on her list of people that she spoke to that she needs to follow up with. And she goes to their wall and she sees what's happening. And she just follows up with normal life. Like, it has nothing to do with it works. It's just like, hey, I'm so sorry, you know, that your kiddo's sick. And I hope that they're starting to feel better, blah, blah, blah. You know, and that's all she does. And it goes back. Are you guys laughing? I like see like 18 people laughing. Is something weird? Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, And so she goes back through and that helps build a relationship. And honestly, it kind of reminds them like, now she'll usually pop up more on their wall. So they may re-see some of her stuff. And I think it just forms that relationship with people. So she's like, a lot of those people end up actually asking me what I'm doing. So that's a really nice way and very personable and not pushy way to be following up with people. One of the sample messages that one of the girls does, I think it's actually Ashley Sinclair. And she just says to like people that were wanting to be potential distributors or asked about the business, she just says, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's holding you back from getting started? Like last time we talked, you were really excited to, head forward with your goals and you were wanting to do these things and get started. And now I haven't heard from you. What's stopping you from starting today, and starting to try for this? And so she said it just unlocks. People are like, I'm waiting for payday or money's been tight, or they kind of get that conversation, revived again and going. And then you can kind of, respond to maybe some of the things that's happening and you can relate to this or give them some new ideas of how maybe they could get started. So I really just liked some of the ways that they were doing that. And people are always asking like, how do you follow up? Or they want wording or those types of things. So I thought that one was good. Being organized, you guys, I thought this was genius. So you know how sometimes people, I always say when you're talking to people, you want to ask if they're not ordering today, first of all, assume the sale that they are ordering today. If you are talking to them, they're interested, you're assuming they're going to order today. If they can't, ask them when. You want to say, okay, when are you wanting to order or when can you get started? And if it's payday, then this is what she was saying. Not only, a lot of us were probably saying, okay, I'll follow back up with you on this date and I'm writing you down. Or, if you're creating urgency within your post and you're saying like, I have 5 spots today to give you 40% off. And then even in your Insta stories, you kind of slash out the number and you do like 4 left, 3 left, like 2 left. That's what a lot of people are doing on there. You can say like, hey, I'll save you a spot until Friday and I'll message you. And then in the message on Facebook, she's setting a reminder in the message. So not only does it remind her, but it's also popping up on that message with the potential. And so they see it too. You guys, that is freaking genius because then it makes it, there's like nothing weird about it. And so that's how she keeps herself organized instead of like, writing it down somewhere and losing that piece of paper or whatever it is she's doing. She does it right in the message on there. Another way, you guys, as you have conversations, I'm really big, like on Instagram, I build a lot of my business on Instagram. I'm really big about moving people to my phone. So, and it's not weird. I just say like, hey, Instagram only lets me write you like 3 sentences. And I know you're wanting more info on this. Can I just text this to you? And I say, here's my number. And honestly, you guys, they all like instantly, they're like, hey, it's me. Like, and I have their number. So on there, put in there, you guys, like PLC for like potential LC. And then in the notes, you can say wraps, or maybe it's the coffee, or maybe it's something else. And then when you go through, or maybe they're having a sale on something, you can search your messages, you guys, and you can put in wraps and it pulls up all the messages that you've talked about wraps with. So if it's a BOGO, if it's this or that, like you can easily just go through and quickly have it all organized. I do the same thing with potential distributors. I'll put their name and then put PDT by it. And I'll put like, info about them so that I know that. Or if you know that there's certain things that you say, you could do like distributor or business, or even just search $99, and it will pull up all those messages that you've had conversations about the business with. So try to keep yourself semi-organized. Okay, I know we're almost, that thing's gonna start. This is the one thing I loved, and they've done this before. So each month, you guys, our goal is our steps to success. And what I can tell you as doing somebody that has been a very steps to success kind of girl, is that not everyone stays, right? And not all customers order past 3 months. First of all, do not take either of those personally. It has nothing to do with you. I just want you to know that, okay? So just get that out of the way, like whatever you need to do. But here's the thing. They give us those steps for a reason because they know that. They're not dumb. They don't expect all those people to say. They don't expect all those people to necessarily always order past 3 months, all those things, okay? But here's the thing. If you even feel overwhelmed with that, what I can tell you is steps to success and being a mentor and leading from the front can bring you to Ambassador Diamond. Even when your goal is a measly breaking even or $500 a month, okay? Because that's what I started with. But the thing is, you guys, is even the power of one. Just committing to trying to get, you know, one new person on your team. I don't know why this stuff pops up all over my screen, but it is just a little nuts. Okay. If I'm going to show you this really, really quick, because I finally snapped pictures this time and I'm so glad I did. Okay. So on here, I want to show you this. So even if you committed to getting one person, and then that one person, you're like, hey, let's each month, we're going to commit to adding one person to our team. Okay, we're talking about distributors right now. This isn't loyal customers. This is distributors. So the power of one, I'm going to show you this. So if you did this for a year, you enrolled one distributor and you taught this. January, so this is you, and you enroll your one distributor. So there's 2 people, right? February, you would have 4 because you've enrolled your one and your new person enrolled theirs, right? And we know 5 is Ruby. March, you would have 8 people on your team. April, you would have 16. May, you would have 32. Okay, so what's awesome? Just think about this for a second. So if we committed to doing this and you yourself committed to doing this, so if you're one of those people that you're like, I just need to go one at a time, go one at a time. Seriously, it's not hard, but you do have to offer it and you have to invite people. And you have to know and have confidence that you are going to change people's lives. I have people that are on here right now that have been in this business almost as long as I have. They still come to events. They came with me last weekend and we had a freaking blast. Like we can't even stop talking about it. And we've been here for a long time, right? Longer than a lot of you guys. So here's the thing. May, you have 32 people on your team. 24 is what is needed for Diamond. Would you be upset if you did this every single month and absolutely committed, like no excuses, and you were a Diamond in 5 months making $2,000 in average doing a part-time business from your phone? Like you would not be upset about that, right? And this just goes to show like how we can really overcomplicate things, you guys, and really stress ourselves out over silly things or take ourselves out of the game because of where our mindset goes. So then in June, you have 64 people on your team. July goes to 128. And then August is 256. And as you can see over on the side, it keeps going. So September would be 512 people on your team, October, 1,000, over 2,000 in November. And by December, you would have 4,000 people on your team, okay? So this is not even doing your steps to success. This is each person enrolling one person. And here's the thing. We all know that they don't all stay, but even if 10% stayed, you guys, you would have 40 people on your team and would probably be around a double Diamond or more. So I just really want you to understand, you guys, like do not overcomplicate it. If you have a month where you maybe fell short of your goal, get over it. Like get back up and keep going because they have so many plans ahead. And you don't want to be that person that gives up and then you're like, God, I wish I wouldn't have done that, you know? Or like I know when people started quitting, I wasn't ready for it. No one had prepared us because we were like all joining at the same time and we were like the blind leading the blind. And I took myself out of the game for like 2 or 3 months. And I finally like had a reality check. I'm like, what in the world? Like I can't stop my goals because somebody stopped on theirs. Like that does no one any good. And not only that, you guys, I just thought to myself, like, I actually really care about those people and I want to show them that they can come back and they can do more. Like that's what I wanted to show them. And I'm like, if there's any way that I can still change their life, even though they quit, it's that I can keep going and I can show them like, even when it's hard, that's when you can still keep going. You're going to learn new things. You're going to stretch yourself. You're going to be like, I can't even believe I got past that. And now look where I'm at, you know, that type of thing, which is exactly what happened. So I just want you to know, don't overcomplicate it. Be excited. If you're doing stuff that maybe isn't fun, switch it up. Get plugged in with people because I promise you, we all came home with a brand new fire in our bellies and learning new different things that we wanted to do or new ideas that we're implementing in our businesses. And it just feels like when you do that and you get to these events that you have like a whole new brand new business at your hand. And it's awesome, you guys. It's so, so fun. And so I just want you to know, like, just commit to a goal that you have. Don't get upset. They have so many more things coming. So we're going to push hard the next couple of days. Obviously, we have this awesome promotion with a brand new product. And don't catch yourself waiting and saying, you know what, I'm this far away. I'm just going to wait till next month. Like, don't do that. Stop putting it off. Don't procrastinate at all. Just keep going. Just do what you're able to do that day and move on. You know, there's all days that maybe I don't get half as much what I want done either. But guess what? I'm still here and it has still worked just fine. And so I wanted to share this one last thing with you guys. I love this, okay? So successful network marketing is we do something every single day, and your input creates your output, right? And then this is something else that I absolutely loved was, long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity, okay? Long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. So do not be that person that goes so hard for a month that you need a 2-month break, okay? Like, figure out what pace you can keep, what helps you get the results that you're looking for. You know it's a numbers game, and consistently work your business. I promise you, if you put a little bit in every single day, that does a lot more than just showing up one day for 5 hours and then disappearing for the next 7 days, okay? So that's what our goal is. Know why you're doing this, who you are doing it for, and that was something that we really talked about, you know, is that people, they're not necessarily scared of all these things they think they are. A lot of people are scared of success and wondering, like, can I handle that? You know, and instead, you guys, what I did that seemed very easy for me was I looked at each one of those ranks and those averages because it's a number. It's something that's black and white right in front of our face. And I gave every single one of those averages by those ranks a value to my family. Okay, so if it was $200 a month, think of whatever bill it is that's $200 a month, or a couple bills that are together that you could be like, boom, it pays for that. Even if that's not what it goes to, that's what you're working towards. Same thing. Ruby, $500 a month, that was a shift for me. I could say, hey, I don't want to work an extra shift. I get to be home with my family and not feel guilty. So give each one of those a value so that you do want to run hard towards them. And you want to teach your team the same exact thing. You want to have meaning behind what you're putting your work into. And I want to tell you guys this, learning to put the work in yourself, and when you can look at something and be like, I freaking did that, I promise you that is all the fuel you'll need to go to the next step. Like, that is all you need. And so as leaders and as your sponsors who are on here and those types of things, you guys, we try to give you the tools to empower you. We do not want to do it for you because it does nothing for you. It does nothing for you. So what we want to do is we like to come together. We like to give you tips. We like to share these types of things and empower you to go out and do that. Okay, because that's what you're going to look back at and you're going to be like, I am freaking proud of that because I did that. I implemented what they said. And so I think Joel Dunn said it when we were there. He just said learning is half of it and actually putting it into action is the other half. So make sure you're doing both. We're at 7:05. You guys, is there, those of you that were on here, do you have any aha moments that you want to share that I didn't touch on?
Yeah, we do. Okay, so I just want to say that the events, I've been in it 6 years, and every single event I take something away. And I just want to say that, like, we're still changing up our business 6 years later. And so, like, this month I'm over at Emily's house right now. She's a sideline of mine, and we're pairing up, and I'm gonna start keto. I've never ever done a diet in my life, and why not, like, try to get customers from doing something brand new. And like, my entire network knows me really well, and they know that I've never tried a diet, but we started a group, and we're going to add, starting May 1st, we're going to add anybody that wants to be in that group to learn the keto diet with us. And then we're going to split up the LCs and just message, like, our website individually, like, in the messages. So we're kind of sharing that group just between the two of us, and we're sidelines. So I just want to say that you can switch up your business and, I don't know, try something different.
Yes, I love that. And you guys, accountability partners is so important. Like, have people that push you to be better and put your team and messages together. So as people sign LCs, it gets them excited, you know, to go and sign and do the same exact thing, or implement, or show screenshots and messages. Like, that has really been helping a lot for some of my new distributors, and they just find it really helpful to learn from each other. Vanessa, who else is on here? Lisa was on here. Anybody else? If not, we'll hop off so we can go. Mark is live probably on his page. So,
hey, I'll add something quick before we get off.
Okay, perfect.
Probably one of the biggest things that I liked from this event was they did a lot about talking about how we think of ourselves and changing our views. And so one thing that I think it was Mike said was we tend to become what we think of ourselves. And so no matter what's been going on in your business, if you joined yesterday, if you joined a year, 2, 3 years ago, you know, your focus is your future. And so we were able to hear from a lot of different girls from a lot of different walks of life. And one in particular was a young girl that was a heroin addict. And for so long, she focused on that was who she was. And so she just kept falling over and over and over. And finally, one day she changed her mindset and decided that's not who she was anymore. And now she was up there as a top leader, not very long in the company. And so no matter who you are, you know, you can do anything you want to. And so, you know, the biggest thing I took from that was your mindset is going to take you to where you want to be in your future. So figure that out for yourselves this week as kind of just some soul searching, and then keep that at your forefront of your own dream board.
Yeah, I love that, you guys. And that's the truth. Like, instead of talking down to yourself, like so many of us do, and selling ourselves short, you know, there's so many people that can't even, we have a hard time taking a compliment. It's everybody, you guys. It's like, we don't know how to do that. Talk yourself up. Like, say, like, you can do this. Like, you can go change somebody's life. Who is that going to be? That type of thing. And like Emily said, you guys, this business does not discriminate. And I honestly think that's one of my favorite things about it, is that it doesn't matter what somebody's job is. It doesn't matter how much they're making. It doesn't matter what education they don't have. All that matters is that they have a goal that means something to them and that they're willing to work for that. That's all that matters. And I think in the process of doing that, you start for yourself, but there's so many other things besides the paycheck that like changes your life in this business. So see longevity in it. See longevity in yourself. Know that you can do this. Know that you have resources. And we're going to go end this month strong. And we are going to kick off May. And I just want to tell you, May 1st, tune into Mark's page. If you are not following the It Works Global page, they have like upped their game with their images and things that you can use for your business. So seriously, if you're having a hard time with pictures or whatever it is, go get them from there. And then tune into Mark's page at noon Eastern time, because they have a new announcement coming out for that. So I love you guys. Go tune in. I'm sorry I kept you a little bit longer, but we wanted to share what an awesome weekend we had, and we will talk soon.
But hey, we've got a special, and Mark said it's been going wild.